Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a bit of a chaotic one. I'm speaking from the future right now, so I can't go ahead and look outside because there's been a lot of work done. But I had so many problems with recording this episode, and I just lost like all of the footage I had of this episode. I have a little bit left, so I'll see what I can piece together. But hopefully there won't be I don't know. I'll see what I can do, and if I have to, I'll pop in I don't know. I'll show up every once in a while to kind of explain what happened, and in between clips and stuff, because it's kind of a pain that everything's gone. But yeah, hope you enjoy, and we'll get to the actual intro of this video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on the Create Mod series. And as you can see from the title, this is the final episode, which kind of explains why I've been where the last episode was really just making a lot of progress on stuff. But yeah, we're finishing off this series, and that's because something big is coming soon. If you've seen my reveal, maybe you'd know what that's about. If you haven't, well, go and watch it. I won't spoil. But last episode, we worked on this construction here and this crane here that actually functions, this warehouse thing here, this huge tunnel going under the canal and all the way up to here, to this area, which we also worked on, which has a lot of farms and stuff in it. And the plan today for this last episode is to make everything else that isn't done finished, like all of this grass and stuff. Give that all texturing, gives it some leaves and stuff like we have over here. We will also want to replace all of the grass under the tracks with gravel, which means we will have to take this train off for a little bit, so that, well, I can bring a little machine here using whatever they're called. I've never used them yet. Maybe I can find them somewhere. These things, the rollers, we can use them to place gravel underneath, which will be a little bit difficult because we do have, a lot of empty space under it. But we will see how that goes. But the main thing is obviously like setting everything up so all these farms actually work. So the first step is I need to put some blaze burners here because Create just didn't want to, I don't know, put it in like it was supposed to. We are also going to replace this campfire here with one of these. Do that, and there we go. Now we have a soul blaze burner thingy here, and there's no particles from it, so it's a little bit more lag friendly. So that's kind of why we replaced that. And over here we also want to light these up. There we go. We have a few more which go into our kelp farm here. That's the first step done. The next thing is some of these farms need like lava, so let's go ahead and get a few from our little lava thing down here, which I have no proper access to yet. I probably should do that, but we can just go ahead and fill all of these up, and there we go. That's done. All we have left is to plug everything into power, and yeah, then I guess we just test all the systems, and if they all work, then we can work on actually importing items in here, which we will have a few new trucks driving around here for that. Hello, I am back from the future. So after I recorded that clip, I went ahead and done all the... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I went ahead and kicked all the power up under all the farms. And yeah, and then I went ahead and did the gravel underneath all the train tracks. Alright, well, now that all of the gravel and stuff is done here, there is one more thing I remembered we need to do before we can get all the trucks in, which I have all the materials here already for the trucks, but we gotta do something else first. We gotta connect this road here up to here. I think that's the first thing we have to do, and then, wherever the trucks go to, they're over here. Gotta move these over here as well. So you'll set this up real quick. We gotta just get rid of some of this terrain here for that. And we need to texture a little bit, but it shouldn't take too long, I don't think. So I guess let me go ahead and just make a quick bridge here and clear this all out, and then we can get to work on actually making the trucks. Back again. So after that clip, I went ahead and made the bridge, and then I started to work on the trucks, making also a wood storage area. Once I get through everything that I've still have the footage of, I will go ahead and walk through everything that I did do properly, because you know, I've lost everything. So like when I did show stuff off, I don't have that anymore. So yeah, I don't want to touch trains again for the foreseeable future. I don't know, sometime. My god, did it take so long. I've been sitting here and grinding away, and finally I think I've got all of my trucks going, and I haven't recorded any of it because that's just how long it took. It was many hours. Like, I spent a full day on this, but hopefully everything should be set up properly now. We have multiple trucks, as you can see. That might look like it's not working right. I assume that's because we don't have any logs, because, well, I haven't been over in this area since like forever, so we kind of run out of every sort of material. So we got our food truck driving around here. We got the wood truck that could be somewhere. We got this bank truck for our diamonds, emeralds, and redstone. And we have another truck, I assume probably over here at the quarry, which we have to finish off. Yeah, here's our other truck. And then this one. Oh, it's actually we'll actually get to see it move for once. Now it's purposely stopped like this because it's waiting for this train to get out of the way. I pretty much had to learn train signals entirely from scratch because I never actually learned how to use them. So yeah, that's probably a big reason why it took so long. But the fluid truck, yeah, it's driving over now, and it should end up going into here. I've actually never seen it work since I added all the rest of these trucks, so hopefully it still does. It should, I'm pretty sure, but I guess we'll find out. So you can see all our trains driving around here now, and everything is working as intended. It turns into here. It looks a bit off, but whatever. Goes there. It should make it back to here. It's gonna take a while to fill up because I wait for it to fill up fully. And yeah, so I've connected every single farm now. Everything does work. We are producing things, and yeah. So now that all of the truck stuff, storage, whatever, is all finished, that is pretty much everything mechanical left to do. So now we just make everything look nicer. So the first step would be get our wand out and get a lot of dirt and replace everything around here and get rid of all these stupid torches. So I guess let's get to work. And that is this area, well, basically finished. There's a lot of terraforming and stuff, but I think it definitely worked out, and it looks a lot better than it did at the start of the episode or even at the start of the series. Now, it's all very brown. That's kind of the point. It's a factory area. It's supposed to be the most lush place in the world, and there's a lot of trees here and stuff, and some logs and stumps and stuff, kind of like this was where the logs used to or still are being chopped from, even though there's this greenhouse here that is chopping now. But I think it definitely works, and it makes this area look basically finished. We also have some texturing done all around the track, so it looks a lot nicer than it did before. But there's one more place that we have to go to before we can truly call this finished, and that's over here. This place has been pretty neglected. We kind of just made this thing here and this this small mini power station here, and I think it's time to actually make this look nicer. There was some ideas I had to make this place look a little better, but I never actually done them, and I think now's the time. So I think it's just going to be a bunch of crates being placed around, and we'll probably build another retaining wall on this. Maybe not as tall as this side, but just a bit. We'll remove all the torches because it looks awful. And then, yeah, then we're basically finished. So I guess let's get to work on this for probably the last little thingy, time lapse, if that's what you want to call it, of this series. And that is where the rest of my clips end off at. So I guess we're going to start from here. I just added some crates around the place, some little piles of ores and rocks and sand. I think it fills up the place nicely. It does look a little bit empty in these areas, but I couldn't really do much because of the tracks that need to be around here. So they kind of have to be empty, but it works. I think it looks a lot better than it used to. And I'd say it's pretty much complete. And here's the new and improved, well, new area district, whatever you want to call it, with all of our new farms that are in fact working. We got, well, not currently because it's all being transported to our storage, but it's all been getting transported through here. We've got our diamond and emeralds, which aren't currently being made because I think we probably ran out of wood coming into here, and everything's been transported out of here as well, but it all works. We have the kelp farm, which is working. This isn't being transported out, so it's still staying in here. Then we got our food farm back here, which is all running. We've got a bunch of food. But yeah, so we do have food being produced everywhere currently. It's a little bit slow, but it does work. Then we got the glass factory here, which also works. We probably have nothing in here because once again it gets transported out of here. Then we got the last factory in this area, which is our terracotta and brick factory, which there isn't much in here currently, but and then the new and improved lava pickup thing here. It's pretty empty inside, but I can't really fit more details into here. Yeah, then we have just all of the places around here decorated with some of these dead bushes and all this dirt and coarse dirt and more crates and stuff. But yeah, and here is the new wood area as well, for where wood's being picked up from. Oh yeah, and I think all of these farms were also made in this episode. Yeah, there's been so much progress that I don't really remember what happened and didn't happen, but unfortunately it's all gone. So some stuff will just be here, and maybe I didn't explain it properly because I forgot I did this. But here's all of our farms as well. They're really simple. We got our cabbage, wheat, tomatoes, and onions. And inside of here, we got our kelp farm. It's a few layers of it. We go down, you can see it goes down a few layers. And then all of that gets transported into this building, which as you can see, yeah, it's a little bit messy, but everything gets transported out of here. And here's all of our decorational stuff I added to it. Just a bunch more crates and stuff around here. But yeah, so hopefully I've gone through everything that I did do. It's a bit unfortunately that, you know, everything's gone. So that's what happens though. And I just have to deal with it and move on. And do as best as I can with whatever I have left. But that is pretty much it. We're finished. That's everything done. And so for this last remaining bit of the episode, I want to go exploring, and we'll take some of our food with us. So we'll take our mutton wraps, our burgers, and our bacon sandwiches. And I've also gone ahead and made a plane. So we're gonna go flying out of here, and we're gonna go explore in that direction, I think. So I think this will be a decent place for our runway here. Hopefully no truck comes down this way. So let's do this. Let's give it some fuel, and off we go. So I guess it's over. Everything's finished. This series will always hold a special place for me. Not only helped grow my channel, but also allowed me to find the motivation to work on other series. But just as all things come and go, this series has to go too. It's time to move on to a new chapter for me in this channel, to bigger and better things. Thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout this whole series. It really means a lot to me. So for the last time, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the series, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. In that sandwich. I feel so sick. Oh. What's happening? Oh no. No! No! Where am I? What is this place?